How's it going, guys? Coffee here. Today I wanted to go over the update for the Trickster Power Siphon build here. As you can see, that was in a T16 there, and this is basically with a Maven map or whatever. So far, the updates, pretty much everything is the same from the tree we did before. Only difference I did end up putting on Abyssco's leash just because I like Rampage and it's nice. This Omen Wand, I did end up basically recombing. This is like the first recombinator I used in the city itself here in Kingsmarch. In regards to the enchant that's on here, it is just flat spell damage. There is a point blank enchant, which is going to be the best for us. It doesn't even use the power rune, which is nice. So as soon as these runes start to actually come in and start to be sold by people a little more often, we will be able to craft point blank on here, probably for under a few, probably it'll be under 50 FE or so. So it shouldn't be too bad. Other than that, I have just a corrupted chest that I bought on day one for like 12C or something. The colors were wrong, so I just used the Vol recipe to put the colors on it. I've just been rocking this. This will probably be the next upgrade I make, which will be to get a new chest for this. Because things have, again, the chest is really crappy compared to everything else I have. This ring I either bought or dropped or crafted. I don't remember. I know I did slam the T1ES on it with an Exalt slam. So thank you, Chris Wilson. I did it as Chris Wilson intended. And we closed our eyes and we slammed and we hit. So it worked out. This ring, I did end up just buying it. I feel like this is kind of the easiest and most consistent way to get endurance charges early on for mapping, especially. Again, as long as your gear is fine, you should be able to fit this in without any issues. You could give up this one suffix to get your endurance charges. It's not a big deal. And again, you're getting you're still getting your res from your endurance charges, I believe. Actually, maybe you don't. I think you just get additional elemental damage and fizz reduction now. So I guess we don't actually get that after all. But either way, it's still good to have. And then for the boots here, I did end up just buying a pair of boots. I always specifically look for boots that are just like 27% movement speed along with the movement speed mod here. Because if you do that, you will notice that... oh, sorry, I was searching for runes here. So if we look at movement speed, and we put in 27% instead of 30%, you'll be able to find things for significantly cheaper than if you were to actually search for 30%. So you can see some of these pop up. We'll even just search with life on them, right? We'll search for, I don't know, 70 life, which is really low in today's world of things. You can see these are for 1C, but as soon as you start to put it to 30, you're going to start seeing them get significantly more expensive here. So say let's look at 110 here. Oh, these are still cheap here. Total resistance, 50 res. Okay, these are 19 now. But if we take this all the way down to 27, you'll see some of them are going to be significantly cheaper. And you can typically get yourself a situation where you can kind of pick yourself up something much cheaper and save quite a bit of money, just even if it's like a 29% instead of a 30%. You can save yourself a significant amount of money doing this. So I did buy myself a nice pair of boots here. I think I spent, it was maybe 5C on these. 5C, and then I slammed one of the res on here. It did just have a single res. It was just the chaos res. I slammed the lightning res on there with an Exalt slam, so I was happy again. Second Exalt slam that actually hit. I blocked the life regen when I did it. And then for the Marylines, I just went ahead and bought this right away. Allocated overcharge on it, which nothing comes anywhere close to it. So just you have to cave and buy your silver oil and your black oil. If you really can't afford it, you can go get Divine Judgment, which is really nice early on, as well as Holy Dominion. Excuse me. Then for the shield, same thing. I bought myself just a really crappy early base. The spell damage shields here with high ES or just kind of expensive. So I wanted to, yeah, you can see there's still a couple divine. So I bought this base here with just a corrupted craft on here. Let's actually search the mods here with the fractured base here. Fractured maximum energy shield local, and we just looked here for 70 or 72. You can see you can actually find these fairly cheap. So you basically just buy one of these here, and then you yeah, you can just basically, I just ended up actually using a couple chaos orbs on this. I think it took maybe 2 or 3, and then I was able to hit exactly what I was looking for. So I was able to, again, get myself a nice little starter base here. I'm probably going to end up buying up one of these other shields here right after I stop this video to basically craft a new shield, because I can probably still make a better shield at this point. I just need one that's a higher item level so I can actually get that T1 spell damage, which will be a nice little upgrade. I don't really need the energy shield recharge, I don't think, since we already get it automatically restarted because of the spell suppression, so that's nice. And then with the Sunflower Circlet here, if I can get better res on something else, then I do have a replacement Sunfire Circlet here. This is a new ES base here that does have a lot of base ES on it. So you can see this is almost a 400 ES helmet, but I don't have enough res to use it myself. So I did Exalt Slam this and basically hope that it hits, and then I can use this one. This is like actually decent. It's not even like the best rolls, but this is a good enough roll to go ahead and basically start crafting on. So we're going to try to Exalt Slam it, hopefully it hits something, and if it doesn't, other than that, for the jewels, I'm just using a jewel here with just Chaos Res and Mind Throwing Speed and some extra resistance, which has been helping quite a bit. And for my auras, I am using a Precision here and Clarity on Arrogance, so that's reserving life. And then I'm just running Skitterbots, Automation, Wrath, and Grace. For maps where I need to, I swap myself over to Purity of Elements instead of, and I just drop the Wrath. Like if I don't want to deal with Shocked Ground or something, just because I haven't paid for a Storm Shroud or anything to actually fully get things covered. I'm just covering it with Pantheon right now for the stun and for the freeze immunity, and then I'm using the Abrath again for the unaffected by burning ground, because there just seems to be burning ground everywhere around right now. So other than that, I did drop the second curse for now, just because I didn't find myself really using it. I'm kind of lazy, so because I'm not doing like uber hard content or ubers or even like pinnacle bosses or anything, it's kind of unnecessary. I just, again, I'm too lazy to click it. So I just ended up picking up this Evasion Master here for extra movement speed. And then I ended up, I think I just ended up picking up, I'm not even sure what I picked up instead. I think there were some other things that maybe was in the other tree that was taken instead, but I guess I just didn't take the strength, or because I didn't really need it or whatever. So instead I took these, but it's kind of where we're at with it. So if you have any questions about the build, leave them in the comments down below and I'll be more than happy to help you. And other than that, see you in the next one.